Okay, so good evening, everyone. Just a quick recap. What we have covered till last week. We started learning for SQL part. SQL is the language to represent the relational database. Okay, so inside the SQL, we have covered DDL, DMLs, and some parts of DQL language. What is DDL? DDL is data definition language. By this language, we can create tables, we can alter tables, we can drop the tables, we can truncate the tables. By DML languages, we can insert the record for the tables. We can manipulate the data inside the tables and all. And after that, we learn DQL. It's a query language. We can on top of table we can put select query and we can check the data with various visualization way. Okay, inside SQL is a vast thing. Over there we have learned, and the last session join. We have learned subquery. Apart from that, whatever we have learned, it was aggregation function. There was sort by function, removing duplicates, its distinct function. So all the things we have learned and covered in SQL chapter. So till now, any doubt from anyone, or if there is, you are trying to do anything from your side, you are stuck in some point. Is there any such scenario from your side? If no, then we can quickly start off for today. If there is any, please tell me so that we can quickly clear our doubts over here. Okay, hope no. And today let's cover the rest of the SQL part. And after covering of the SQL, we can go ahead with some exercise. Okay. So it's very fun actually. It's not a hard exercise. Last session also we have covered some exercise. So I'll be just posting the question. There is only one single question. Inside the question, there is sub question as well. So I'll be posting the question in WhatsApp group. Okay. And try to cover the thing by today, or maybe you will be also getting time in tomorrow morning time. And just tell me what are the stuck point from your side. It's very actually it's a not very hard thing. It's very fun. And if you are if you are just trying to accustom it, how to solve this and all, then you'll be much more confident in SQL part that you can do anything just like this. We can create the structural way of SQL queries and all. So that thing you should be having with you if you have that confidence. Okay, so let's get started for today's session, and the rest of the thing will be covering today. I think SQL there will be one more day to be covered, maybe tomorrow. The day after tomorrow should be a new syllabus, or the new thing should be there, less like business intelligence or anything on Python. Okay, so 2 more days for SQL to go. So if you have any doubts, any questions, any stuck point, what we have learned, so please tell me. There is no issue to ask questions. Okay. Okay. So SQL. What is the thing we have left for SQL? Concept of dummy table. Just this is a simple concept. Just to let you know. If you, I think you have already checked that we are pointing in this way. Select star from table, a table name. We have created student. Okay. So this kind of select query, you already checked that we can trigger it from our side. Okay. But there is a concept of dummy table. We should not put student over here. Rather, for our calculation purpose, this particular dummy tables can be used. The table is having one row, one column. That means one cell to represent data. So for some calculation purpose, suppose we need to check current date. It's a inbuilt function to check system's date. Okay, it will pick system date for today from dummy table. Okay, the dummy table name is dual. Sorry, dual is the default dummy table name in MySQL. Let me trigger it, then you can able to understand. Okay, you can see only a single cell. So this kind of dummy table is being used for calculation purpose. Suppose I need to check or I need to prepare a calculation which should be used in my SQL. Just like I'll be trying to get what is the first date to be fetched from the current date. I need to prepare some, clause or something, some transformation function over there. So for that thing, we can use this kind of dummy table. Okay. Even we should not use that part as well. It should be working. Okay. This is only one cell, one column. Suppose we want to add some calculation, a percentage calculation, 8 plus 9 from dummy. Okay, sorry, dual. Sorry for my bad. Suppose 6. Okay. So this kind of stuffs. Any calculation we can quickly do. The table is not been stored in over anywhere. Rather, it can be used for particular calculation purpose. We can start the calculation over here. When the calculation is done, we can put this calculation and use in our SQL query. This is just for our analysis purpose. So we can use that thing. Okay. We are not putting any table name directly. It's a dummy one. It's been stored over here. It's a temporary storage inside the database itself. Okay. Okay. Moving ahead to the next step, date functions. So date actually, I think we have covered at the first session for MySQL. The default date format is okay. Each of the database is having their own date format. Okay. So let me show you student. I have introduced a new column over here, which is student date of birth. Okay. So the default date format in MySQL database is just like YYYY dash dash dd. Maybe this kind of date format can be treated as varchar or character from other databases as well. So while working for a particular database, you just need to know what is the default database of, what is the default date format of this database. If we are not putting in this database format, then the other part should be considering as varchar. Suppose I'm just trying to insert a particular date, just like in this way. Today is 14th March, so I can put in this way: 14th March 2023. I'm just putting a slash over here. If I'm just trying to insert this thing, it should be throwing an error. If that particular column is date data type, let me show you student. If I chose student, I can see class is integer, roll number is integer, first name is varchar, last name is varchar, marks is integer, student date of birth is date. Okay, date is a data type. If I'm trying to insert this kind of date format, it will be throwing me a error because in MySQL default date format should be this. If we just try to put any other format, then it should be considering this thing as string or varchar. Okay. So if I'm just trying to insert a varchar data type in a date data type, then it should be immediately throwing an error. Okay. Just like another example, if we are working in MySQL, MS SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server, there is another date format. If you are using Oracle, there is also by default a different date format is available. So we just need to know there. If we just want to insert in this way, it might can throw error. Okay, so you need to know what is the default date format, and on top of that, we have to insert the data in proper manner. Not only insert, manipulate the data. Okay. And data type is very important when we will be working in our project, in a live project. Then we can see we have to handle lots of things on top of that because there are lots of inbuilt function we can work on top of student. That data type. If this is a varchar one, then we cannot use the date kind of functions, inbuilt date functions on top of that. So what are the inbuilt date functions? Just like day, month, year, date difference, current date we already checked it. So what is this? Just like, let me put select star from. Star means everything should be present. I'm just putting a comma. After star, I can put some calculative fields. Just like, let me pick up ER. ER from student DOB. Okay. And let me alias it. Okay, I will be aliasing later. Let me just check here. You can see I am just extracting only ER format over here. Okay. We all can able to see. So ER is the inbuilt function that should be working on top of date only. If I just try to do ER on top of marks or top of first name, last name, it will be throwing an error. So it should be working on top of date data type. So that is why that is the significance of using date data type, to use those kind of inbuilt date function. Just like here we have month, we have date difference between two different date. We can get the number of okay, let me do one thing. Hmm, current date. Okay, let me just pass the thing. Let me check whether it's working fine. Yeah, we can see the current date. Let me start a calculative field. How we can do age calculation. Let me show you quickly. This is a good exercise we can also say. So I'm extracting ER from date of birth. I'm extracting ER for current date. Then I'm can subtracting from current year to okay. So it should be our age actually. Let me put a bracket over there. Let me trigger this query. Okay, so you can see this is patient. I mean, not patient actually. It's a student's age. How we are doing this thing? Let me just alias it. We know what is alias. We can rename the column because the column name is big over here. Whatever calculative field we are writing over here, the same thing can be printed. So we can quickly alias it. Okay. So till student date of birth, the column is present and age is a calculative column. How we are doing this? We are just doing current date. We are just extracting year on top of current date. We are also extracting year from the student date of birth from this column. We are subtracting it. That's all. It's a very simple one. And this way we can also put calculation, some calculative field we can add in our select query. Well, we are also learning this thing. No, I think we have also learned on that topic on concatenation of the name, first name, last name. Yeah, that was a string function. That function is a string inbuilt function where we can handle string. Concatenation operator we have used there. Okay. So it's a different one. So the same thing we can do. Okay, dead diff is there. Let me use dead diff. I haven't used, let me check quickly. Uh, Let me not extract the ER directly. Let me check. Even I'm not sure if it is feasible. I am just directly doing dead diff between current date and okay, date diff. Yeah, it's there. Dead diff between date diff between current date and student date of birth. Let me check. No, it's showing error. I think date, I mean, I can directly do not put on top of current date. I can compare two different date, but date diff should not be working on top of current date. Yeah, so it should not be working. The difference between two different dates. Rather, if I just pass any other date, it should work. Just like 2022 04 05. I'm passing this date and student date of birth. Okay, let me just quickly check it. It should work in this way. No, some issue. Incorrect parameter count in call native function dead deep. Okay, I'm not calling it proper way maybe. Dead deep. Okay, let me try once more time. Dead deep. Yeah, I have to pass this thing. Okay, I'll be checking that thing from my side and I'll be telling you this thing. After this session, maybe I'll be checking my this thing internally and I'll be telling you. The deadlift function, how to work on that one. There's lots of function actually. If we just check MySQL date function from web, there is lots of maybe 20 functions are there, inbuilt function. Extracting date, day, month, year, this kind of stuff is already there. We can just add some extra day with the current days or just like this date add just like date diff this date add this kind of stuff. Okay, okay, I am doing subtracting operator. It should not be, I'm assuming only comma should be passed. Let me check quickly. Yes, so okay, I mistakenly does the comma thing. So date diff is date of the difference between these two. Okay, let me just try once more time current date. It should be also working then. Let me try once. If it works, then it should be fine for us. Yes. So I'm just trying to have the date difference between two date. It's in day format. 3804 days has been is the difference between these two dates. So if I just divide it 365. Okay. So this is the age. The age is just in this way, in this format. I mean, it's not a round thing. I can use round if round function is there. Not sure if round is there. Is the inbuilt function? Yeah, round is there and it is working fine. So we can do this kind of calculation over here. So this kind of calculation first we can use in dummy. When we are fine with the calculation, then we can shift it to our main query. So what we have done, we are using date difference between current date and student date of birth. We are using the date difference in days format. How many days? Okay. Then just dividing in 365 because in a year there should be 365 days. Okay. So to get the year, so when we are getting the year, it's in decimal point, 10 point something because the age is just like 10 years, some months, some days, just like this. So that's why we are rounding off it second and getting the age. So this is another way of age calculation. We have learned both of them. It's a good exercise and helpful for us for the calculative things. So any doubt till now? Any doubt from anyone? Any stuck point while learning the thing? If you want to get something to be more, with more clarity and all, then you can tell me quickly. Okay. So hope that is understandable. Going ahead with the next topic, conditional statement. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Suppose just like this, when we are trying to create a new column or new columns data, rather we can say, while doing that stuffs, we can put the conditional statement. Okay. So while creating a new column, we can create those conditional statement. How to do that? So suppose our principal or anyone wants the extra field or extra column. Okay, if I just select start from student now, this should be the current column. If our principal wants a new column that is called grade based on their marks, if the marks is greater than If the marks is greater than 475, then A grade should be populated in the new grade column. If the marks is between 250, okay, it's not 475, it should be 275. Marks between 250 to 275, then it should be having B grade. If the marks is between 230 to 250, then it should be C grade, like this way. And else, below 230, everyone should be receiving D grade. Okay. So this kind of calculative operation, what we have done in C or C++ in our earlier programming languages, we have learned if, else, case statement, those kind of stuffs we can also incorporate while creating a calculative column. Just like age calculation, what we have done there, we have used some inbuilt function of sequels over there. So just like same way, we can create if a statement in our case statement. How to do that? So the same thing should be printed first. That's why select start. I'm creating a new column with comma, and new column I should be pushing over here. New column is calculative in nature. And the calculation would be top of this kind of conditional statement. Okay, let me use case statement. It's very simple. Case when marks is greater than equal to 275, then A. A is a varchar, so that's why I'm putting A in single quote. Okay, let me just do this thing in multiple line. Okay, marks greater than equal to 50 and marks less than 275, then B. Okay, I do not have to put case statement for each time. Okay, this way you can set up the relationship quickly. Let me copy and paste. It should be quick. Okay, 250 instead of 250, let's put 230 over here, 250. So it's between greater than 230, less than 250. It should be C. Okay, and then put else B. Okay, so after we put the statement, so these are the four statement. Case is a keyword we should have to use at the beginning only. Then we just have to start in this way. The particular column when it's greater than equal to 75, then A. When another condition, then B. When there is another condition, this is C. Else D. When we have finished our calculation, put end, alias the thing as the column name. So it's grade. End as grade from student. So when every statement is finished, just put end. End keyword is there for ending the condition. And I'm just aliasing the entire column as grade. Okay, let me run it. Some issue with the syntax, obviously. What is the issue then? Case marks. I have done some mistake. I have already put it. Let me just check my notepad. Give me 1 second to analyze this thing. Some statement or some syntactical error is this. Okay, I started with the different thing. Okay, so for this, Point keyword should be there. Yeah. Okay. So just two things to be remembered. Case should be works on top of one particular column. So we just have to mention case on that column. Some issue with that one. I'll be checking that quickly. So first of all, we just need to check case on top of which column I should be operating this case statement. That should be present. Okay, even if I delete this thing, it should also work. Yeah, but it is having issue. So with the grade, some issue is there. We need to check that thing. What is the issue? So case statement when marks greater than 275, then A. When marks greater than this, then B. When this, then C. Else D. So everyone is by default is getting this grade for some issue. Let me check that. It should not be the case. The first grade should be only A. Or should I put some space there? I'm sorry. It's not 2. It's 4. You should have to tell me, okay? If I mean just doing any silly mistakes and all. So it's not 275. My condition is wrong actually. It's 475. Yeah, it's for my bad. I'm very very sorry for that one. So the logic should be in this way. Even I put the wrong logic. Okay, so when it's greater than 475, then it should be throwing A. So when it's between 450 and 475, I think you got my point, correct? I put the wrong logic. That's why it's coming everything inside the single one. Now it should be working. I'm assuming. Yes. So 480, it's greater than 475, having A grade. 470, it's in B grade. 450 should be also B grade as per the calculation. 475 again should say 456. 456 should be in B grade. That is fine. No one is C grade actually. In this range, no one received the marks. 430 to 450. Let me scroll it down. Yeah, only one person having less than 430. So by default rating, they have received D grade. Okay. So the thing is working earlier. What we have started, we took the wrong reference actually for the first or the I mean LSB bit. I mean from the MSB bit, we have taken 2. It should be 400. Okay. That's my bad. Everything is clear from your side. How to check with calculation part on top of conditional operator by using conditional operator? If no, please tell me. Okay, hopefully the things are understandable. Cool. Now the next topic is analytic function. Analytic function, it is called also Windows function. It's very much important as well. That I mean, if you are just going to face the interviews, so they must going to ask what is Windows function and how you can handle which Windows function you will be handling by for the particular scenarios. Okay, so though there are three kind of Windows function available over here in SQL: row number, rank, and dense rank. Let me remove this thing as this is fine for everyone. Okay, so we have three: row number, rank, Those are three inbuilt function, analytic function, dense rank, to calculate the ranking thing on top of data. So suppose our principal wants to say, just keep a rank, okay, create a rank column over here on top of marks to get the exact rank of the student. So how to do that? This is a calculative column again. So I'm just putting after star, or rather I should not use all the column. Let me use class, roll number, first name I can put here, or rather I can directly put marks. On top of marks, I'll be working with row number first. Row number is this particular function row number. After row number, we need to put over, then bracket, then on top of which column I'll be just creating this rank. I just put it over here. Order by marks. Okay. So I'm just using the first function over here. Row number over within first bracket, order by marks. So what I'll be doing, I'll be just ordering by marks. I can create a particular column. On top of ordered marks, I'll be creating this row number. Okay, let me show you. Okay, there, I mean, I just need to alias it as rank or student rank. Rank is a keyword, student underscore rank. Okay, now it's fine. We should not use a keyword as a column name. Okay, rank is a keyword. We'll be using it quickly after row number. What is the usefulness of rank? Those three things. Functionally, we will be doing the same steps, but there are different function because the limitation of one function can be removed by the second one. Okay, so how to check that? We will be coming to this topic quickly. So first of all, row number we are checking. So you can find, yeah, the particular column name has been modified by the aliasing part, and we can do rank. Okay, one thing is the wrong thing. Whoever should be receiving higher marks, they should be having first rank. So one thing I should be doing over here, order by marks descending. While doing the sorting operation, we have checked how to descending a particular data. So by default, it should be ascending in nature. I'm just doing descending. Otherwise, rank will not be working. The lowest mark should be having first rank. Just reversing this, this is 490 should be top rank. 1, 486 is second rank, 480 again third rank. Okay, this is the scenario. Now, why we have introduced rank and dense rank? For this, we need two, 3 scenarios where we have same marks, but we do not have same marks. That is why the issue is there. Let me check quickly and let me manipulate some data to have some same kind of marks between 2, 3 students. Okay. I just pull all the columns. That's a pull start. I put start and then row number so that I can check everything and then student rank. Okay. That's the purpose only. Nothing else. Okay, fine. So let me update Arun Pali's number to 490. We have to check similar kind of marks today. Otherwise, okay. Anyone tell me what is the command to update the data in this field? Anyone from you? It's a quick learn. We have already learned it in previous chapters. It's a DML. We need to update this value to 490. Anyone? Devi, you were learning. Kindly tell me. if you can do it. Devi Prashant. So how to manipulate this data? If you can remember, yeah. Okay, let me tell then. But keep practicing. If you are forgetting or if you're any stuck, please tell me. I mean, we are just, learning over here, nothing else. Okay. So update, then table name is student, set, set is the keyword, marks. We have learned this in the second day when we are learning DML. Set marks equal 490. I think now you can remember it or recall it. Update table name, set marks equal to 490, where student first name equal Arun. What is the issue? Tell me anyone. Okay, there is a wrong field name I have put over here. Student. Yeah, now it's successfully done. Let me quickly check. Select star from student, whether it's really updated or not. Two of them should be receiving 490. Yes, Shampa and Arun. That is fine. Those are from class 5 student. Let me took some class 4 student as well to manipulate the thing. Okay, Nikita and Vikas should be receiving 480. Okay, let me try this thing first. But if you're stuck in any point, please ask me. Please, you can learn it better then. If you're stuck in anywhere while learning the thing, maybe it's a silly, maybe you know more. What we have not covered, you can also ask. Then we can tell whether it's advanced level. Then we can skip this if it's not advanced. It should be learned by everyone. Then we can quickly cover this one too. Okay. Okay. Now let me just run the things again over here. Now we have do the same thing we have put in descending manner, but over there you can see it's 490, 490, 480, 480. This scenario we have just put over here to check how row number can handle if we receive two same marks. Okay, so you can see both Shampa and Arun received 490, but it has put rank 1 for the first one and rank 2 for the second one. So what's the reason they can put rank 1 and rank 2? Just like the same thing for Nikita and Vikas. They have received 480, 480, but they did not receive the same rank over here. Rather, they are getting different rank. So this kind of ranking they are doing, as per the insertion of record, which record is got inserted earlier, they are doing ranking functions in that manner. Okay. So to remove this kind of stuffs, because a particular student rank should not be dependent on this kind of stuffs. Okay. So if they are having same kind of marks, they should be occupying same rank. So how to go ahead that one? If we use rank function. Okay, we can see rank. If you are just using rank function, we can see 490 marks. It has been occupied by two students. So both of them has got rank 1. Okay. After that 480 has been received by Nikita and Vikas. They are having rank 3. Okay. Over here in rank function, we can see as rank 1 has been captured by two different people. So there is no rank 2 is available. Okay. So rank is been used such a way that total number students should be, I mean, the last rank should be the total number of students. Because no, I mean, the ranking can be skipped by rank. If there are 3 students can be captured for rank 1, then we cannot see rank 2 and rank 3 over here. The next ranking should be starting from rank 4. Okay. So that's why the thing over here, 2 rank 3 has been captured. So no rank 4 is present. 4 student has been already covered, but we are using still rank 3. So fourth has been skipped and we have started fifth rank from here only. So this is the I mean a feature of rank function to remove this kind of issue. I mean skipping. We just don't want to skip any rank. Then we can use dense rank. Actually, this is not a issue. This is a way for putting ranking. So they have used this. I mean, the inbuilt logic is been created such a way that if we are just ranking, we are putting rank for someone, some student. Then, uh, if we are just putting it, then if 2 or 3 people or more than to anyone who are just getting the rank, I mean, we suppose 3, 4 persons, 4 persons are getting same rank. We have to skip second, third, fourth position. The next should be starting from fifth position, next ranking. This is the concept. So to remove that thing, to remove this kind of significance of this ranking function, we can use dense rank. Okay. So dense rank is another function. We can check. By dense rank, we should not have to skip any rank. 1, 1, 2, 2. 1 is finishing over here, then we are starting from 2. Okay. So 2 is finished over here, we are starting from 3. Okay. So this is the concept. Over there, we cannot get the total number of students by the last rank. What was ranking doing over there? Now one more thing. So I think the concept is clear for everyone. What is row number? What is rank? What is dense rank? This is very conceptual. Interviewer can ask this kind of questions. They can give you the scenario, which kind of ranking function you will be using over there, whether it's row number, whether it's rank, whether it's a dense rank. Now one thing. Okay, let me do the dense rank. You can see we are putting the ranking on top of the entire class. There is class 4 and class 5, but we should not using this way. Class 4 should be having one ranking system. Class 5 should be having another ranking system. Okay. So if we go ahead with this way, how to do that thing? We have to partition the entire data set on top of class. How to do that? We have to use partition keyword there. Partition by. Okay. So partition by class, order by marks. So the same thing we are doing over here. Just we are adding the entire data set. We just partitioned it by class. Now see the result. Okay. You can see in this way. 4 standard record has been splitted in the upper portion, then 5. So from 4th standard, we can see ranking system till this. Then again for 5th standard, there is a new ranking system. Okay. Any doubt from anyone? So that's why we are calling it a Windows function, because we are creating window from a data set. Then we are doing this analysis or analyzing function over there. So that's why it's called Windows function. It's clear for everyone. Any doubt? It's getting, I mean, you are getting interested. I mean, you are, I mean, learning it on, I mean, hopefully, yes. But if there is any issue or any stuck point, please ask me. So you can do the same thing on top of rank. You can do the same thing over here as well. But the feature should be same. If we use rank, then we can see 2 is there for 480. Then again 3 rank has been skipped, 4 is there. But the feature is same as we are doing partition till 7 till 4th standard. It's giving us the rank of 1 to 7. Then again 1 to 3 4 is for different, I mean for 5th standard student. Okay. So hopefully that is understandable. If not, please tell me. Okay, as there is no response, I hope yes. So moving to the next topic, next slide. Okay, so we have covered the SQL part, that is called DQL. DQL till now. So we have covered DDL, DML, and DQL. The rest of the two topics is DCL and TCL, and it's very simple. We can quickly cover it today only. DCL, especially, it's not should be handled by us. It can be handled by the DBA team. Okay, DBA is database administrator. So, especially when we are working in a company over there, we are working as a database engineer, but there should be a different team for, I mean, controlling that database itself. Just like over here, we have installed the database at our server. So we ourselves are database engineer, I mean, database administrator. We can control for schema creation. We can, I mean, we can create different tables. Tables is fine. Even data engineers can create the tables. There is no issue. But schema level permission should not be present with the database engineers. That can be controlled by database administrator. So there is another tab, you can see administration. So just like changing some password from some user, or maybe we are giving some permission. It's a DDL permission or DML permission or any other permission. So that can be controlled by administration part. And there should be a dedicated team should be there. They are called the DBA, and they should have to trigger those kind of languages, DCL. So they will be granting someone's access. They will granting some more privileges, just like DDL for a particular schema, but DML for a particular schema. So this kind of control they are having, or they can do by these languages, grant, revoke, or those are the keyword. So we are not emphasizing more on that topic because that can be mainly handled by the database administrator. It is called DBA team. Okay. I'm just directly going to TCL. What is TCL? It's also not very big topic. It's very small. It's called transaction control language. So what kind of transaction we are doing over here? That means transaction means the firing of the SQL query, especially on the DML part. DDL, it's automatic. Whatever DDL we are firing over here, that should be by default, it should be saved in the database schema. Okay. But what DML we are processing, just like update statement, insert statement, those are DML. So those are not saved all the time. The manipulation languages, the DML, we can control this DML by these three keyword: commit, save point, and rollback. Okay, and those kind of things we can tell in, we can tell and consolidate the things and tell it as a transaction control language. So how to do the thing? Commit, save point, and let me took this 3 point and let me show you what are the things. Okay, let me eliminate the entire stuffs for rank. I think we all learned what is rank and all. Let me just quickly put select start from student once more time to check the data of student. Okay. So what commit does, I mean, what is the function of commit, what save point, and what is rollback? Commit is one of the most important steps. So while doing the DML part, suppose I'm doing DML, I'm changing something. Suppose I'm changing Vikas's marks from 480 to 485. because after scrutinized, because just raised a concern that he received some less marks, so he requested for a scrutiny, and his marks has been increased to 485. Okay, let me increase Bikas's marks inside the table. Update student set marks equal 485, where student first name, sorry, name equal Bikash. Okay, let me trigger the query. Some issue, student again. I have put something wrong in this column. It's name NM. Yeah, it's successfully executed. Okay, so you can see because marks has been updated, but somehow the session of this MySQL server can be lost. Suppose I'm just disconnecting this server. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm just reconnecting to this database again. Okay, just do the same query, select start from student. We can see the last transaction has not been stored. We just executed this query, but it's not been stored over there in database permanently. For this session that was been updated, but it was not a permanent change over there. So for to do that permanent change, to save the thing in database, there's a keyword called commit. Okay. So let me execute this statement again. Let me commit it. Commit, execute. Commit is a keyword. It's a single statement, we can execute it. Now, if we just disconnect the database and connect it back again, then we can see that there is no changes. It's properly updated to 485. Okay. I think the commit concept is clear. Even there is a shortcut key to commit it. This one. This is the button. Okay. Commit is just for saving purpose. Just to mention, DDL is auto committed in nature. If we are altering any table, if we are dropping any table, if we are creating a new table, that should be auto committed. DDL is auto committed in nature in the database, but DML is not. To commit DML, we just have to manually commit it. Commit the statement. Commit the transaction, rather we can say. Okay. So now what is save point and what is rollback? So we have multiple transactions at a single day. Okay, we'll take 5 more minutes. Maybe we have started a bit late today, and the course topic is a bit vast for today's session. So now what is save point and what is rollback? Maybe there are multiple. Okay, let me update for because one more statement. Not because. Let me choose someone else. Okay, Shudesh. Okay, Shudesh checked. I mean, scrutinized his result. I mean, scrutinized his copy once more time, and some marks has been increased to 460. So while writing 460, the examiner put it in a wrong manner. So the examiner put it 440. Okay, instead of putting 460, they put 440. Okay, so it has been updated to 440 in the database. Now, for each of the transaction, we can create a save point. Save point, we can put any save point name just like S1. Okay, now Sudesh checked his result in the database after this updatation. Okay, and Sudesh raised the concern that this cannot be possible result for 40 for him. Okay, okay, I think I have executed. Yeah, save point S1. Then Sudesh re-scrutinized it again and they checked. Let me just copy this thing, paste it over here. And they checked, yeah, they have put the wrong thing. It should be 460. Okay. So this kind of different transaction save point we can create for each of the status of the result. I mean, each of the transaction, we can set this kind of save point so that while rolling back, we can go to the save point. Just like we are creating multiple save points for multiple uh, instance, I mean, saving of the instance nature. So after this transaction, we are saving it as a S1 naming convention. After creating this transaction or firing this query, we are um, saving the transaction into S2. Suppose we need till this thing, then we can just, we have to come and, I mean, create this kind of command, roll back to S1. Let me show you quickly. Select start from student, just concentrate on Sudesh. Okay, Sudesh. Now this has been executed. Hopefully, Sudesh should be having 460 marks now. I also committed it to save point to, yeah, Sudesh Thakur is having 460 marks. Now I'm just going ahead with the rollback statement to S1. Then this kind of transaction will be lost. Okay, I'm rolling back to S1. You can see Sudesh's marks has been lost. I mean, this kind of update has been lost. Okay, so it's still S1. So that's why the concept of save point and rollback. Save point, each of the instance of the DML statement, we can save it in a naming convention, and rollback is for, I mean, used for to jump to this role, I mean, particular instance to check what is the value or what is the database instance. Okay, so this is the TCL, transaction control language. Hopefully you have understand this. I mean, this is not also very much important as a database engineer, but commit part at least we have to avoid. Commit, sometimes we forget to commit. Rather, I mean, we have developed some code, we have updated, I mean, the DMS has been updated, we have inserted some records. In the very next day, when we come to office, then we can check whatever we have designed or we have built, that is lost because we forget to commit it. Okay. So commit is a mandatory one. We have to learn what is commit. So this is only important steps as a database engineer, developer, or maybe a support member. Okay. So any issue, any doubt from anyone? Nothing? Okay, that's great. Okay, data control language that I also, I mean, already mentioned. It's specially handled by DBS team for granting anyone's permission. There will be lots of person in a particular industry or in a, I mean, there will be lot of developer will be there. So to grant their privileges, to revoke the privileges, someone just, I mean, resigning from the company to revoke their access from the database. You can use that kind of stuff. We can control some schema level access as well. We can control some table level. Inside the schema, there are 10 to 15 tables, but the particular user should be having only 2 tables access. So we can grant and revoke, control the entire permission system inside the database by these languages. Okay. And that can be managed by DBA. Okay. So that's all for today's session. I think we have almost covered everything from SQL. Tomorrow we'll be learning 2, 3 more topics from database objects which are not table. So till these days, what we have learned, it's only on table. Okay. But there are lots of database objects as well. Those are not, I mean, not as much important as table, but those are also important. We should have to also work on views and store procedures. over there in our daily database projects. Okay, so what is views, what is stored procedures, we'll be learning gradually on tomorrow's session, and that should be the end session for SQL. In the day after tomorrow, there will be a new topic will be starting. Okay, so whatever we will be trying, telling today, that exercise I'll be giving to you. Okay, so this is a data. The data is present inside the Excel, and those are the questions. Try to read out the questions and create the tables on top of this Excel files. Okay, that can be homework. It's not a homework, just like it's an exercise for fun only, nothing else. It's not hard. Whatever we have learned till now, just just to have a recap on that. So please try this thing out from your side. So I'll be just checking, or I'll be asking you to show some points from yesterday. Whatever we have learned till today by this exercise. We'll be connecting again for the same thing for tomorrow to check it. I'll be also covering these things from my side too. You can check the result, whatever you are doing, or you can tallying it with whatever I'll be doing with your result. Okay. I'll be just providing the same thing in your WhatsApp group. Okay. So that's all for today's session. Whatever we have learned for DCL, TCL, and the rest of the DQL topics. Any doubt from anyone? Okay, no doubt. So let's connect tomorrow with the exercise results and all. Okay. So have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.